Hello everyone and welcome to today's Gold Rush. Today we are looking at the only data we are looking at is the USD data, that is the JOLT job opening report, and that will be coming out at about 5 p.m. today. That is GMT +3 time zone. So apart from that, yesterday we were able to see gold create another all-time high. If we look at the technicals here, actually today that's when yesterday it created an all-time high. Today it has created another all-time high. So we are talking about 35 47.33. So this is where we have another all-time high. Let me mark that. That is 47.33. So that's where we have an all-time high. That's where we are looking at a price of maybe probably the liquidity is being taken out. So looking at these, yesterday we were able to see gold really push higher. And one of the sentiments why gold was really able to push high is the market was reacting to the news that because of this, the court ruling out that Trump's tariffs are illegal, so there was the fear of it being reversed. So that's the reason why the dollar was really bullish. We also saw gold really push higher or really pushed higher. And when you look at this kind of situation now, this is whereby now with this kind of volatility, you want to really focus more on managing your risk. Okay, so this was yesterday's setup, just like I had mentioned in the Gold Rush Daily, to watch on this particular level. This is the level where the price came, and then now you were able to see some buying pressure from that particular point. If you look at it, we had identified these quite a very nice BOS, then the price to come to this level, and that's how we were able to get that setup. Even targeting the liquidities here, the whole time that it had created here, the all-time high that it had created at this particular point. So those were the levels that we were looking at, and you can see the price came nicely to those at that particular place. So it's always good when you watch these Gold Rush Daily. It's always good to make sure that you mark your zones accordingly, all right? You make sure that you mark your zones accordingly. So even this was a probable setup for those who wake up in the New York in the Asian session. This was really a nice one, right? That was really a nice one being activated around the New York, the Asian kill zone. And if you're targeting the zone itself is about 35 pips. So if you're targeting 100 pips, the price has already pushed 84 pips. So 100 pips around somewhere there, right? Somewhere there. That's where we have about 100 pips. So that was the Asian setup, but now the price has already left, so there is no need of jumping in at the moment. So we have to wait and see next what the price is going to do. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame so that we can be able now to get some clues in terms of what might likely to transpire. So if you look at this daily time frame, what we have here, let me delete these levels. So what we have here, you can see it, we have quite a strong bullish sentiment. Okay, we have quite a very strong bullish sentiment, and from the daily time frame, like we had agreed, this is the level that we are waiting for the price to come to, so that we can be able to buy. Will it be able to come to 33.29? That is the big question. But for gold, it's just a twinkle of an eye. If gold want to come to these levels, it can really drop to those levels. But again, even before we get to those levels, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, so if you look at the 4-hour time frame right now, so allow me to delete this setup. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, at the moment, what we are seeing on the 4-hour time frame, we have that BOS that has been created here. Okay, we have that BOS that has been created there. So that a BOS. And what we are looking for now, these will become our level, all right? That will become our level. See here we have two overlapping levels, all right? So let's go to the 1-hour time frame so that now you can be able to minimize that. right? So when we come to the 1 hour time frame, you realize that now, this particular point, that's where we have our zone. Okay, that's where we have our zone. Now, this zone here that is overlapping with this zone has already been tested. So what do? We delete that zone because we don't trade the order blocks twice, right? Then now we come to allow me to go to the 15 minutes time frame straight away. And from the 15 minutes time frame, we have that particular level. Okay. So that's about quite a high level because right now the pip value of gold is very tight. So we are talking about 142 pips. So then we will jump to the 5 minutes time frame and minimize the risk from there. So we will have our order block like that from the 5 minutes time frame. So this is the level that we will be looking at. In case the price comes to these levels here, we will be looking for buying opportunities, right? We'll be looking for buying opportunities. So that is according to the structure that we have at the moment. Remember, for the price to do that, this level here that we had seen the Asian entry here, it must be violated, all right? So for the price to gain the momentum to come down to this level, the price, this level must be violated so that we can see price come to this particular point. Right now we are seeing all-time highs. So if you're trading right now, maybe probably if you're looking for buying opportunities, then we are guided by the all-time high, anticipating the liquidities of the all-time highs to be taken. Okay, so above that, we'll just work with the psychological levels or psychological numbers, like maybe probably 35, 3550, 3560, 3570, etc., etc. Okay, that's the psychological levels that we will be working with. Okay, so in case the price decides to drop to this level, this is where you take some you really minimize your risk accordingly. All right, from this particular point, you really look at minimizing your risk accordingly if you're selling, because right now gold is very bullish. Okay, it's very bullish. So if you're looking for sales opportunities, they should be you should be very keen about them. Making sure that you're locking your profit just in case the price tends to resume its direction. Okay, so again, we have seen Trump saying that he's going to go to the Supreme Court to appeal. Right? He said that we will go to Supreme Court tomorrow on tariffs appeal. Need an early decision. Okay, so today. That is now today, right? Because that was tomorrow. Remember, yesterday at 9 p.m. we had Trump giving a speech. Okay, so today you need to brace for some volatility. But I'm not really anticipating the ruling to be out today, but definitely because of that, maybe probably might have some volatility in the market. So it's always good to keep abreast of that as you trade, and take note of that, and always check on your risk. Okay, so if this level is violated, like I said, we'll be looking at this particular zone here as a buying zone, and all these zones that we had marked, all right, all these zones that we had marked, this is our buying zones, all right? And in case you're going to sell, in case you're buying here and the price breaks below, now you want to look for sales. Like I said, any sales should really be keen on them, especially locking in profits once you're in profits, all right? Because right now we are very bullish for gold, okay? Uh, so those are the key things that you will be looking at, or those are the key levels that you will be looking at, so that you can be able to plan your trading accordingly, all right? So that you can be able to plan your entries accordingly. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you a very fruitful day, a blue day, and always stay focused, stay disciplined, and trade with purpose.